Hello and welcome to the bonus episode of GTA 3. We are back here at the Francis International Airport because there's something fun that we have to do here.
Is it time to spread our wings and fly?
Spreading wings is not gonna work very well because this thing doesn't have much in the way of wings. But we're gonna try anyway.
Hell yes.
So again, the Dodo is not supposed to be able to fly at all, or at least more for a second or two maybe. But if you hold down the joystick or keep pressing up on the joystick until the bottom of the plane starts to spark, and then let go, you will actually lift off. And once you are in the air, you have to keep the plane level by tapping down on the joystick or the keyboard or whatever you're playing on.
Oh, so it's like flying in like Super Mario World.
Well, yeah, if that was completely horrible. Because again, this is not supposed to actually work. This is a glitch, basically.
The fact that it was keeping track of how long you flew was probably telling.
Yeah, but you can like go off ramps or whatever to... Oh, that just didn't work at all. I wasn't quite figuring out tapping the joystick to keep the plane level, and that was just crap. I wasn't even anywhere near that thing.
That was like watching Charlie Brown kick the football. Or try to, as it were.
Yeah, with a little bit of practice I get a little bit better. Not great, but I mean we managed 11 seconds, which is okay.
That was certainly more graceful than the Charlie Brown football kick.
Yeah, so if you're really good at maneuvering this horrible thing, you can fly pretty much anywhere you want. Which will also give you a good indication that flying was never supposed to be in this game, because I mean you can clip through buildings and that kind of stuff because there's no collision program for them.
Makes sense.
And you can also get to the area that was in the introduction of the game with the bank job. That area was just created for the intro, it's not actually on the map. So they just kinda dumped it, well, next to the playable area where players are normally supposed to be able to go. But people were able to actually fly the Dodo, and they were able to actually reach that so-called ghost town. But yeah, my skills just completely run out long before I get anywhere near that point.
Can you like land on one of the planes on the runway and just like hitch a ride like that?
I think the planes actually don't have collision.
Ah.
And that runway was way too short, and yeah, this is what usually happens at the end of most runs with the Dodo. But yeah, that is the Dodo. It's a lot of fun to play around with, but again, sadly, I don't have the skill to pull off any fancy stuff with it.
One of those flashbacks.
But here's something that may not be fancy, but certainly is fun. The Rhino. This unlocks when you beat the game. It's always here, but the door is locked before you complete the final mission. So let's take it for a spin.
So I'm just out of curiosity, this game doesn't let you replay any missions like when you've beaten the game, right?
No. And since the tank is a law enforcement vehicle, we can do the vigilante missions in it.
Ooh.
So let's get on with that and eliminate some suspects. Now here's some law enforcement for you. Now one fun thing that you can do with the tank is you can turn the turret backwards and keep firing continually, and it'll go faster.
Oh, that sounds fun.
If you combine that with the flying cars cheat, which gives pretty much any vehicle the properties of the Dodo, you can actually kind of fly this better than you could the normal Dodo. Although that also requires more skill than I actually have, so... But you can do some pretty crazy stuff in this game.
How much runway space do you need to get this big a thing off the ground?
Not all that much, honestly, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
I think you need a particular ramp that is kind of facing the ghost town if you want to head in that direction.
Ah, okay.
And then once you lift off, you just have to keep firing until you have to stop firing. Okay, so now we're actually gonna try this trick here because, well, we are running out of time. Also, I'm not sure why the camera isn't... or why the camera is pointing in the wrong direction, because normally it should recenter itself.
Is it like trying to average out where you're shooting and where you're going?
Yeah, I guess that... I seem to remember it working better on the PS2, but I guess since the Xbox version uses the right stick for the turret control as well as the drive-by camera, I guess it kinda gets confused, I'm not sure.
I can't say I blame it.
And I do like how just brushing up against a vehicle just blows them up. I'm also very surprised we don't have a wanted level yet.
Yeah, how are you going through this without, getting any unwanted attention?
I have no idea. I was fully expecting to have, like, at least 4 wanted stars at this point.
Yeah, I would have expected that too.
I was actually kind of disappointed because I kind of wanted to show off a big chase with this thing, but... but oh well.
Such is life.
I guess I could have just started blowing up a bunch of civilian cars and cop cars and whatnot, but we do get to at least see the tank in action and see us blow up a bunch of vehicles either by running into them or using the cannon.
How did you miss?
That is an excellent question. I would blame hitboxes, but it's probably just because I'm a moron, let's face it. I'm not sure what that guy's plan was, but it didn't work out so well.
Maybe he was looking for the quickest way to end it all.
I mean, that is certainly going to work, I would assume. Yeah, driving full speed into a tank head-on, yeah, that's gonna do it.
Ooh, that squishing noise still gets me.
Now, if you want to play around with the tank before you finish the final mission, you can of course enter a cheat. Whoa, frame rate.
Hello.
Seconds per frame at this point, I think.
Yeah, that was incredibly framey.
How did that not hit? That was a little bit overkill, I think. So we shot up a couple more cars here and then it all kinda goes wrong.
Well, yeah, the thing you shot at came in and started, lifting your car up with enough force that you went over.
Yeah, but my car happens to be a tank. So you don't actually fail a vigilante mission once your vehicle blows up, but the tank didn't respawn yet at the depot, so I ended up failing that.
Oh well.
So what I'm trying to show off here is there's a nice Easter egg in this area. And in order to get to that, we first have to get on top of this roof with the help of our car there. Don't fall in there, that's just the way you came in from. But we are going to this area with the trees or bushes or whatever these are supposed to be. Bushes, I guess. So let's look around a bit and see what we can find. nothing just yet. Why does it always rain in this city?
Are we in, like, Washington State?
I wouldn't mind it if the frame rate didn't tank every time the rain shows up.
That would be nice.
Here is what we were looking for. If this bush wasn't in the way.
Ha!
Well, we're here now, so what are you gonna do about it? Easter egg text on the wall.
That looks that was probably just like Arial font too.
Also, there's a ramp that we can go up to get out of here. So you're not trapped or anything like that.
Well, it's good they had the forethought for that.
Okay, but that finally does it.
All right.
And we will see you all in Vice City.
It'll be fun.